we are basking in Maharshi's fullness and his directions to us that he has given throughout the years, and in this particular beautiful expressions that he has given today. For us, it's still today. Maharshi is always present. He has set up the goal of wholeness and fullness as our purpose and focus on a daily basis. And on this day, which is special for me, and which I have always seen as very nicely set 2 days before the 12th. And I always thought about it as a day of preparation for the 12. Kind of we get together, rehearse what we're going to be doing on the 12th. And so it's very nice to assemble again together and be in that mood of Maharshi's 12th January, which is the beginning of our year, and prepare for that. It's so beautiful what Maharshi said. It has so many dimensions. Every time we hear his speeches, they contain absolutely totality from different angles. It always looks new and different and based on an occasion, on a special celebration. But it's always that same message of wholeness becoming all aspects of existence. And we see this need to always go back to the self, to go back to being. When he says Vedic university and peace and teaching and Vedic knowledge and all of that, he quickly reminds us after that that it's not one more philosophical thought, it's not just one more belief, it's not one more way of doing things. What we're talking about is really nourishing the roots of life for all aspects of life to blossom. So that we water the root to enjoy the fruit is something we're familiar with. It's just one more way of Maharshi's genius to say the same thing. And when we see in the world all kinds of changes and great achievements and all of that, and acknowledge this contribution of Maharshi in transforming the trend of time, and when we see there are things here and there that need to be attended to, we are always reminded, water the root to enjoy the fruit. So the teachings, the blessings of Maharshi are on that level of being. Go back to that reality, that self, which is the source of everything, and then life blossoms in all kinds of ways. And that is our offer to the world, our offer to all those in every corner of the planet Earth, no matter what their belief systems are, their ways of life, their traditions. We have that nourishing power that nourishes everyone so that everyone can blossom in their fullness and yet see the fullness of others as the completion of the joy of creation expressing itself in so many different ways, and that these ways are not a threat to one another, but just make the garden of life more colorful and more full. And that is the message of Maharshi, and that is our message. And that is why our always thoughts and plannings are for everyone on this earth to live enlightenment, to wake up and recognize their fullness of life, accept and live fully their traditions, their ways, enjoy them as expressions of that fullness, and feel no fear from others, because everyone is myself. We are just one unbounded ocean of consciousness in motion. It is so befitting and beautiful, this also tape of Maharishi today, when he expressed the sun, and the sun in the Vedic tradition represents that wholeness on the level of our solar system, which nourishes and maintains all the system in balance and gives warmth to the earth and all the power and all the energy for everything to blossom. And so that representation of the sun, which is the oneness, the wholeness, rising from the east, is so beautifully expanded and so beautifully nourishing as it moves throughout the globe. And we live in really magical times. I was the Minister of Expansion from Japan, from the land of the rising sun, had mentioned this to Maharishi at that time. And it's very nice that our Minister of Architecture sent me a picture that was sent to him of the 3 suns that were seen in Maharishi's Vedic city and Fairfield and the university. It's something I had never seen before, and it was so beautiful, and it seems to be a rare event. And just the next day when he mentioned it, I looked out from the window of the Capitol and I saw the same 3 suns rising in the horizon. If we have a picture, if Rich or someone who's controlling can bring it up, it will be a beautiful sight to see. They're ready. Some of you have seen that. It's an amazing phenomenon, and it really shows this beautiful circle, which is the circle of wholeness. Maharishi says that Nirgun Nirakar Brahm, which is totality, wholeness, is represented by a circle. And that 3-in-1 structure, because in fact it's only one sun, but appears as 3, and that's what we have. And as the sun has moved from the east, that oneness, all the way to the divine Vedic life on this campus, and these domes, and this beautiful country, on the kind of farthest west, it has become 3. It shows as if it is 3, yet it is 1. And it's very wonderful to see that expression from the heavens. Really, Maharishi saw that sun, or heard about that sun being told to him, and he spent so much on this tape going back to it. And now we wish to offer Maharishi the 3-in-1 structure of totality blossoming, thanks to all of you who are in this divine land, divine place, raising consciousness and showing how even we can display on the heavens and the sky all what we are talking about. It's just a demonstration of totality. It's very significant, I feel, very beautiful and profound. That is why we really live in magical times, and we'd like to thank Maharishi and the holy tradition for giving us that magic. And thank you all, everyone here, and all those who day in and day out on a personal level and on the global level are together creating that fullness of life that nature rejoices in and sends us its messages through beautiful gifts from the heaven. So we look forward to a year of strength and unity and fullness of life everywhere. And it's my joy to thank you all, and I always am in infinite gratitude and infinitely humbled by that unbounded, infinite knowledge that Maharishi has bestowed on us in great compassion towards life, so that life can be lived in fullness. And then I would like that we offer all of this, and if you don't mind, we can do the puja to Gurudev. Prime Minister, is this a good time? That we do our offering, and then we will hear from Raja Heglen as Maharishi expected. And, and as we would love to hear, he's always a delight to listen to. I thank Prime Minister's beautiful words, and thank you all for whatever you will say, hoping that we can direct our thinking towards rehearsal and planning for the January 12th, and less towards the today's kind of special aspect, which is in fact special in that sense that it is only bows down to the feet of the infinite reality of Maharishi and Gurudev. Jai Gurudev.